I'm Patty Kimley, polymer clay artist, and I'm here today in the Polyform Design Studios, and I'm going to show you a project making a keychain with a fusion of two popular polymer clay techniques, the Micashift and the Micashift. I'm going to show you how to do a keychain like this one using kind of a fusion between two popular polymer techniques. On the one hand is the Micashift technique, where you take advantage of the mica loaded in the polymer colors, the pearl or the metallic colors, and on the other hand using the layering and striping that happens in the Micashift technique, where you shave off and expose the layers of texture pattern underneath. So this technique will start out with the Skinner blend, and that is the sheet that gradually shades from one color to another, and I'm going to show you how to do that. First of all, you need to create two right triangles and put them together back into another rectangle. And then when you pick this up, it's going to go bottom down into the pasta machine. And then when you come out of the pasta machine, you will always be folding bottom to top and putting the folded edge back first into the rollers. It'll take several passes through, and then you'll begin to see the colors start to blend and shade. Usually it takes about 15 to 20 passes through to get an evenly blended sheet that doesn't have any obvious striping left. So we're getting very close. Just a little bit further, and I'm just going to try and work this back just a little bit. I'm pressing inward in order to make my sheet narrower, because I want to have this whole pattern be about the width of my keychain finding. There, that's good. Now I'm going to cut two strips off of that are about 1 inch wide approximately, and I'm going to pick up one and rotate it so that I'm reversing the colors and stack that. And now I have two layers back through the pasta machine, and I'm going to repeat that until I have, and this time I don't have to turn it because I'm going to put blue on top of silver and silver on top of blue by just picking it up because it's already layered now. So there's 4 layers. And do this until I have 16 layers, so 2 more times. There's 8. There's 16 layers of stripe. And you want to pick out your favorite texture plate or rubber stamp, and it should be a medium depth stamp. It shouldn't be very faint, but it also doesn't need to be the very deepest stamps, or you'll have maybe too much pattern going on. And I'm going to turn that face down and roll across with even pressure. Now I want to shave off what I can feel of the texture. Very carefully. You notice I have my blade in between my fingers so that I can control the curve of it. And I need a little bit of curve so that I can just pick up lightly. Go back, take off a little more. Try not to go too deep. You just want to get down to that base surface. I don't need this side either, and it's getting the scraps for some next project. I'm just going to roll across lightly till I can feel everything's nice and smooth. Now you can see on the ends where we have the greatest contrast between the silver and the blue in the stripes, we have more of the mokumagane effect of the pattern, the different color effect going on. Here in the middle we have more of the mica effect because the colors were much more similar in the middle. It didn't have a lot of contrast in the layering, and then back to the stronger contrast on the end. Now, actually I'll use some of those scraps because the keychain finding is a little deeper than my sheet is, so I'm going to start by backing my pattern with another layer of just scrap clay. And I'm going to take my oval, fits pretty closely, but I'm going to have to rig it a little bit, so I'm going to take an oval out of there and put it on the backing and recut. Now, if you saw that my oval, this oval is a little taller than this one, so I'm going to just take off a little bit of one edge in here and take that away. Now it should fit pretty well. And I want to rock, it's almost helpful to bow the middle a little bit so that as you press it in, the bottom corner of the sheet doesn't get stuck and catch on the bezel edge. And then you'll want to work out the air that's underneath there. You might need to roll across a little bit to just smooth it out. Finish it up, and that's ready to bake. And the instructions are on the package for the clay as to time and temperature. And after baking, I sanded the piece. You can take it out of the finding if you can pry it out. And I sanded it with wet dry sandpaper, starting with 400 and also with 600. And you want to do that wet so that the sanding dust doesn't go into the air. And then this one was polished with a muslin buffing wheel.